Picture leaning on a rusted Ford, dust on your boots, sun on your shoulders. You laughed at every word I said like you've been waiting to get closer. You stole my ball cap, wore it sideways, bare feet on the dashboard singing along. Name on your cup in black marker already sounded like a future song. This kind of love ain't burning out by tomorrow. It's tailgate to tomorrow, county line to who knows where. This kind of love grows wild in the gravel like flowers by the travel of these ties we're making where. If it's up to me, we'll ride it till the road runs out of map and air. This kind of love ain't going anywhere. First fight was over something small. You slammed that screen door, gravel flying. I sat staring at the bedroom wall, swearing I was done with trying. Then you pulled up in that midnight rain, headlights cutting through my pride. You said, I hate being mad at you. I said, get in, let's go for a ride. This kind of love ain't burning out by tomorrow. It's tailgate to tomorrow, county line to who knows where. This kind of love grows wild in the gravel like flowers by the travel of these ties we're making where. If it's up to me, we'll ride it till the road runs out of map and air. This kind of love ain't going anywhere. We've been broke, been late on rent, paid in quarters at the laundromat, burned our dinner, laughed it off, danced in the kitchen just like that. Oh yeah, watched your tears on a bathroom floor. Both of us scared of the test you held. Turned to me and said, if it's two lines I said, that's just more love to be felt. This kind of love ain't burning out by tomorrow. It's tailgate to tomorrow, baby seats and folding chairs. This kind of love grows wild in the gravel like flowers by the travel of these years we're stacking here. If it's up to me, we'll ride it till the road runs out of map and air. On the hallway wall, first day of school, smile Sunday best. You still steal my shirts at night, still find your head on my chest. Your hair's a little lighter now, my hands got callous lines on my face, but you still look like that county fair. First prize in a cotton dress race. This kind of love ain't burning out by tomorrow. It's tailgate to tomorrow, front porch swings and rocking chairs. This kind of love grows wild in the gravel like flowers by the travel of our stories laid there. If it's up to me, we'll ride it till the road runs out of map and air. This kind of love ain't going anywhere. This kind of love ain't going anywhere. One day they'll lower down that flag, church bells ringing over clay. Carve my name beside an old oak tree right beneath the one that holds your name. But don't you fear that closing scene. Love don't lay down in the ground. It rides on in every laugh, every little echo of our sound. Hey, this kind of love ain't burning out by tomorrow. It's tailgate to tomorrow, from right now into who knows where. This kind of love grows wild in the gravel like flowers by the travel of the hearts we're leaving there. If it's up to me, I'll meet you where the road runs out of map and air. This kind of love, this kind of love ain't going anywhere. painting the sky, another day dawn. Empty coffee cup, just like my heart was before you walked in. Kicked up dust and hope. Yeah, love, it's a wild thing. Love, a desert blue. Love, how to hold on. Love, but worth the fight. Wind whispers your name through the dry corn stalks. Used to hear nothing, just a lonely howl. Now a melody, a steady humming. And yeah, love, it's a wild thing. Love, a desert blue. Love, how to hold on. Love, but worth the fight. My hands rough and warm from years of digging for something. Never knew what it was till your eyes met mine. A sudden downfall. They said it wouldn't last. This kind of fire, too hot, too fast. Gonna burn up quick, but they don't know us. Don't know this spirit. Met you leaning on a rusted Ford, boot heel tapping on a 2x4. Sun going down in a blaze out west, laugh on your lips, dust on your dress. If this is love, then let it ride like a long dirt road in the midnight. Windows down, your hand in mine, old tape hiss and a crack brake light. If this is love, I don't wanna land, just circle this town in a beat-up van. You and me, chasing tailgate constellations, out past every old frustration. You drew a heart in the county fair dust, said it ain't much, but it's enough. We shared fries and a paper cup shake, kissed so hard that the world got laid. If this is love, then let it ride like a long dirt road in the midnight. Windows down, your hand in mine, old tape hiss and a crack brake light. If this is love, I don't wanna land, just circle this town in a beat-up van. You and me, chasing tailgate constellations, out past every old frustration. One day we'll trade this busted bed for a creaking porch and a roof instead, but keep that wild in your eyes, my friend. Oh yeah, we'll still get lost on a dead end bend. If this is love, long dirt road in the midnight. Windows down, your hand in mine. Old tape hiss and a crack brake light. If this is love, I don't wanna land. Just circle this town in a beat-up van. You and me, chasing tailgate constellations. You and me, chasing tailgate constellations. Met you by the ice machine. Dusty pumps at 17. You were buying cherry coke, laughing at your own bad jokes. Sunburn on my farmer's tan. You said, nice truck. I said, hop in if you ain't got plans. You said, guess I'm in luck. It's that back road kind of forever, hand in mine through any weather. From red clay ruts to some tucks and a white dress. Spun out to the ceiling. If this is love, then I ain't scared to confess. Back road kinda forever, I ain't settling for less. We missed the county fair that night. Took the long way, lost the light. Parked out by the old state line. Radio low, you were all I could find. Fireflies in a mason jar. Your bare feet on my dash. You traced your name across my arm. Said, boy, don't you let this pass. It's that back road kind of forever, hand in mine through any weather. From red clay ruts to some tucks and a white dress. Yeah, this wild horse slow dance feeling got me spun out to the ceiling. If this is love, then I ain't scared to confess. Back road kind of forever, I ain't settling for less. Years roll by like mile mark signs. Cheap perfume and cheap red wine. Apartment couch, late night news. We were broke, just paying dues. Doubles, I work nights. We made coffee our best friend. I'd kiss your hand beneath the lights and swear this grind would end. Every bill, every fight, every wrong turn turned out right. Cause you stayed, I stayed too. What else could I do? For that back road kind of forever, hand in mine through any weather. From red clay ruts to some tucks and a white dress. Yeah, this wild heart slow dance feeling got me spun out to the ceiling. If this is love, then I ain't scared to confess. Back road kind of forever, settling for less. Then came tiny cowboy boots, left beside the front door. Mad smiling face in Sunday suits. You said, think he's got your lap. We traded bars for baseball games, late night drives for pillow forts. Your braided hair, I called out plays. We found joy in the small reports. Every dad, every mom, little scribbles on the wall. Every mess, every tear pulled our hearts near. It's that back road kind of forever, family choir singing together. From red clay ruts to a house full of loud kids. Yeah, this wild heart Sunset in your silver hair, wrinkled hands and reading glasses, laughing at those reckless past. You'll say, can you believe that girl who climbed into that dusty truck? I'll say, best wrong turn in the world. You'll smile, guess we pushed our luck. Oh yeah, for that back road kind of forever, hand in mind through failing weather, from red clay ruts to the tremble in our knees. Yeah, this wild horse slow dance feeling still comes back, hits me reeling. If this is love, I'll take it on my tired feet. Back road kind of forever, you still make my life complete. And if I go before you do, don't you cry for long, my dear. Turn the key, chase something new. Feel the wind erase your fear. But when that gravel hums just right and the sky burns soft and low, know I'm riding with you tonight. In that cab you ain't alone. It's that back road kind of forever, hand in mind through failing weather, from red clay ruts to the tremble in our knees. Yeah, this wild horse slow dance feeling still comes back, hits me reeling. If this is love, I'll take it on my tired feet. Back road kind of forever, you still make my life complete. Walked in, boots loud on that old pine floor, sun swinging in behind you like it had been there before. You laughed once, made the jukebox skip a beat, spilled a little of your drink right there on my torn up seat. You said that your truck out there by the leanest sign. I said, yeah, she's old but faithful, kinda like this heart of mine. You smiled slow, said faithful's hard to find these days. I swear time downshifted while you traced your glass that way. Gas tank half, heart full, you and me in this long dirt road. Every mile, every dust cloud, writing stories we ain't told. Got your hand on my shoulder, headlight halo on your face. If this is all I ever get, I don't need another place. Gas tank half, heart full, I got enough to love you all the way. We pulled out, radio stuck on some old song. You sang the words half wrong, but you sang them big and strong. Yeah, you did. You kicked off both boots on the dashboard bare, when tangled up your hair like it had a right to be there. You said, don't drive straight, let's get a little bit lost. Take the turns that look stupid, chase the lines that get crossed. I said, girl, you're trouble. You said, yeah, I've heard that one, but your fingers found my knuckles, and trouble never felt this fun. Gas tank half, heart full, you and me in this long dirt road. Every mile, every dust cloud, writing stories we ain't told. Got your hand on my shoulder, headlight halo on your face. If this is all I ever get, I don't need another place. Gas tank half, heart full, I got enough to love you all the way. We hit that little bridge where the creek runs thin. You said, kill the lights a minute, let the quiet pour in. We listened to the frogs and the ticking heat. You slid across that cracked bench seat till your head fit my heartbeat. You told me about the town that you left last June, the promise you thought you'd broken when you walked away too soon. Your voice shook when you said, I ain't good to stay. I said, girl, I ain't perfect, but I'm hella finding ways to fix what's bent, patch what's torn, keep us rolling through the storm. Yeah, the best bed of this truck is hauled every kind of load. I got room for all your baggage, we can spread it down this road. Come on. Gas tank half, heart full, you and me in this long dirt road. Every mile, every dust cloud, writing stories we ain't told. Got your hand on my shoulder, headlight halo on your face. If this is all I ever give, I don't need another place. Gas tank half, heart full, I got enough to love you all the way. Maybe love ain't some big fire, maybe it's a slow burn. Maybe it's the way you laugh every time we miss a turn. Maybe it's your jacket on my back when nights get cold. The way you bite your lip when you're scared of getting old. It's your name on my receipts, coffee cups and folded notes. It's every tiny Tuesday that keeps me afloat. Years later, same bar, same scuffed up floor. Your boots a little more faded, kids, crayons on the door. You walk in, balancing pizza and car keys. I still lose my words like you knocked them out of me. There's a picture on the wall of our first night. My old truck in the background, tailgate full of fireflies. We traded some dirt roads for mortgage lines, but you still steal my hat when I got it long. Oh, come on. Rusted Ford, dust on your boots on my front porch, coffee in your hand, half asleep. Said I didn't plan on falling this deep. You laughed it off, kicked at a stone, said guess I'm better when I'm not alone. I tried to speak but my tongue got tied, 'cause every road I'd run just stopped in your eyes. We're running on a half tank, full hard, windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart. We got bills stacked up on the counter there. You're wearing my flannel, sitting in my chair, circling dates on an old wall chart, talking about someday like it's not that far. You say love ain't magic, it's mud and rain. It's late night fights and staying anyway. I kiss your wrist where the paint's still wet from fixing this house. We ain't finished yet. We're running on a half tank, full hard, windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart, yeah. Your mama called, said she's doing fine. Told you she can hear you in my laugh sometimes. Your daddy still checks on the weather up here, thinks that we're living off luck and beer. We missed our rent check by day last June. You cried in the kitchen, I hummed a tune. We danced between dishes and overdue cards. Your cheek on my chest, my fear in your arms. We're running on a half tank, full hard, windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on There's a Polaroid stuck in the mirror frame. Your hair's all wild, we're both half insane. Caught in the rain by the county line. You wrote on the bottom, glad you're mine. We've changed our plans more than I can count. Dreams got smaller, love got loud. We don't say perfect, we say strive. We don't say always, we say stand by. We're running on a half tank, full hard, windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart. Someday we'll be gray on a Sunday swing, talking about the mess and the joy it brings. Your laugh will be softer, my back will be sore, but I'll still be reaching for you by the door. Kids all grown, chasing what they want. We'll sit in that quiet that used to haunt. You'll look at me with that same old spark, say, guess we did alright with this half-tank heart. We're running on. Met you by the ice chest, dirt road, late July. Truck bed full of half-warm beer, sun still in your eye. You laughed at my old ball cap, said it'd seen some miles. I said I'd drive you anywhere just to see that smile. We got a tailgate to the stars, two hearts and one old car. Love in a mason jar, shaking in the dark. We got grass on our jeans, and sweet on your lips. Gasoline who needs a map when I got your hand, baby. That's all I understand. Just you and me and this beat up heart. Tailgate to the stars. Your boots on my dashboard, bare feet by the fall. That creek below the cottonwoods heard every secret, every call. You traced my name in red dust on that silver Chevy Dorset. If this is what bro looks like, I don't want perfect anymore. We got a tailgate to the stars, two hearts and one old car. Love in a mason jar, shaking in the dark. We got grass on our jeans, sweet on your lips. Gasoline who needs a map when I got your hand, baby. That's all I understand. Just you and me and this beat up heart. Tailgate to the stars. We learned how to fight soft, turn thunder into rain. You cried in my blue work shirt, mascara on the grain. Kitchen light at midnight, cold coffee, warm regret. I said, I ain't going anywhere. You said you better not forget. We got a tailgate to the stars, two hearts and one old car. Love in a mason jar, shaking in the dark. We got grass on our jeans, sweet on your lips. Gasoline who needs a map when I got your hand, baby. That's all I understand. Just you and me and this beat up heart. Tailgate to the stars. We stacked up years like firewood, winters worn out springs. Paid our dues in overtime and chipped off wedding rings. You danced in that same ball cap on a Tuesday in a room. Kids asleep and dishes stacked, still spinning like it's June. We got a tailgate to the stars, 2 hearts and 1 old car. Love in a mason jar, shaking in the dark. We got grass on our jeans, sweet on your lips, gasoline. Who needs a map when I got your hand, baby? That's all I understand. Just you and me in this beat of heart. Tailgate to the stars. One day they'll sell that Chevy to some kid down the road. He'll crank up some new love song where our old stories roll. They'll never know our names, but they'll park where we once parked, where we promised forever under that big breathing dog. Yeah, forever. If the good Lord flips the porch light, calls one of us on home, promise me you'll keep my hat right there by the phone. And when that first storm hits you and you're standing in the yard, look up where we used to look. I won't be very far. We got a tailgate to the stars, 2 hearts and 1 old car. Love in a mason jar, shaking in the dark. We got grass on our jeans, sweet on your lips, gasoline. Who needs a map when I got your hand, baby? That's all I understand. Just you and me in this beat up heart. Tailgate to the stars. Old truck, old road, same moon, new scars, still driving this crazy tender, restless. Tailgate to the stars. Tailgate to the stars. Met you by the ice machine, July heat, dust on my jeans. You lapped in my hometown shirt. Said, you boys ever leave this dirt? I said, sometimes I drive too far. Turn this county into my backyard. You hop right up in my truck, kicked off boots, said, turn it up. We got backroad hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire, kissing like we're gonna disappear. Every mile pulling you near. You're my wow, my worn out tie, my church pew, my front porch choir. If this whole world goes dark tonight, we'll still burn. Burn. Backroad hearts on fire. We skip stones off the reservoir, shared secrets underneath the stars. You trace scars on my left arm, said who hurt you, I won't, I swear. I told stories I never told about a ring and a promise gone cold. You just squeezed my calloused hand, said boy I ain't her, I understand. We got backroad hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire, kissing like we're gonna disappear. Every mile pulling you near. You're my wow, my worn out tie, my church pew, my front porch choir. If this whole world goes dark tonight, we'll still burn. Burn. Backroad hearts on fire. Your mama said I drove too fast. Your daddy swore we'd never last. I mowed his yard from June to fall. Now he calls me son in the church hall. We found a house with a crooked gate, leaky roof, but the bones were great. Painted rooms with a radio low, dancing barefoot on the plywood floor. Who knew hammer nails and grocery runs could feel like fireworks and smoking guns? Who knew Sunday bills and Monday chores could sound like you humming by the screen door? We got backroad hearts on fire, old souls All these almost broken pent-up days, somehow shaped the vows we made. Every silence, every shout teaches us what love's about. We got backroad hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire, crying in the kitchen, holding on. One small flame till the dark is gone. You're my wild, my worn-out tire, my rough edge and my tender wire. If this old world goes dark tonight, we'll still burn. Backroad hearts on fire. Backroad hearts on fire. We'll get old, you know we will. Wrinkled hands on the same old hill, watching grandkids chase the light as the day runs out of sky. You still steal all the covers, still roll your eyes at my jokes. Will we still dance slow in the hallway to songs only we know? If your memory ever fades, I retell every single day how you met me by that ice machine, how we turned this gravel into a dream. Oh yeah, we got backroad hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire. From first hello to last goodbye, we'll ride it out, you and I. You're my wild, my worn-out tire, my last match, my sweetest choir. If this whole world goes dark tonight, we'll still by the counter at the hardware store. Name tag crooked, smile a little unsure. You said, can I help you, like it was routine. But my whole day changed in your faded blue jeans. I keep taking back roads to your heart, past the rust and the dust in the old junkyard. Every wrong turn still got me this far, baby. I was lost till I found where you are. I'll keep taking back roads to your heart.
Bare feet, cheap wine, old clock ticking, didn't notice the time. You laughed when I burned all the toast that night. Said, boy, you can't cook, but you're doing alright. So I keep taking back roads to your heart, past the rust and the dust in the old junkyard. Every wrong turn still got me this far, baby. I was lost till I found where you are. I keep taking back roads to your heart. Oh, your heart. I've been the guy who runs when it gets real. I've been the one who jokes instead of saying what I feel. But you show up in my mess in that old red car. Now I'm learning how to love you right where we are. Taking back roads to your heart, past the rust and the dust in the old junkyard. Every wrong turn still got me this far, baby. I was lost till I found where you are. I'll keep taking back roads to your heart.
Met you in a bar off Highway 9. You were laughing at the jukebox, skipping every line. Boot heel tapping, blue eyes sharp. You drew your name in a ring on the bar. Said you look lost, but you look sure. I said, I ain't cured, but I've seen worse. You stole my cap, said drive me home. That old Ford road like it wasn't alone. I got your back roads on my heart, got your lipstick in my truck. Every mile I drive from you, it just tightens up the clutch. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the song I can't restart. I got your back roads paved across my heart, yeah. Oh yeah. We threw that map out the window fast, followed fence posts, chasing cattle and grass. Radio buzzing some worn out tune, but you were humming something brand new. Dust in your hair, sun on your arm, bare feet up on my dashboard charm. You said, promise me just one thing, if this breaks we still let it sting. I got your back roads on my heart, got your laughter in my lungs. Every time I try to leave, I taste your name on my tongue. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the stop I never mark. I got your back roads burned into my heart. Your mama watched me like a silent judge on that porch with a coffee mug, but your little brother liked my hat dog like me too. So that was that. We talked about kids in a little white place. You traced floor plans on my calloused hands. You said, don't you dare become your dad. I said, I'll spend my life proving I'm not that man. I got your back roads on my heart, got your jacket on my chair. Every empty Sunday morning, you're the ghost that's sitting there. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the mark on every chart. I got your back roads driving through my heart. Hey! One late fall, leaves all rust. You pack dreams in the back of my truck. Said there's a job 3 counties away. Will you hate me if I can't stay? I clenched my jaw, tried to act tough, but every brave word just wasn't enough. You kissed my chin, missed my mouth, said if it's real, it'll find its route. Now it's coffee for one at that same old bar. Your laugh lives on in the corner by the jar. I talk too loud, so I don't think. I chew my pride like tobacco and drink. Folks say, son, let it go, but you're stitched in every shirt I own. You're the way my hand hangs on the wheel, that little pause before I peel. I drive past that job sign twice a week, practice speeches I'll never speak. Baby, I'm better, I ain't so scared, but I turn around halfway there. I got your back roads on my heart, got your thunder in my chest. Every girl that learns my name just gets your second-hand best. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the scar dressed up as art. I got your back roads winding through my heart. Oh, winding. Time moves on like a cattle train, new paint signs, same old rain. Heard you married some steady hand, a quiet guy, a safer plan. I ain't bitter, I ain't mad, just a little more like my old man. Talk big talk, sleep alone, leave the light on like you're coming home. Loving you was wrong, then wrong felt right. If losing you was mercy, why is it haunt my nights? If I had one more. You pouring whiskey, got the rusty nail, name tag crooked, telling some tall tale about leaving this town, about changing your name. I was nursing heartache and cheap house wine, boots kicked up on that neon sign. Just another lost soul, stuck in the same old frame. But you put back roads on my heart, dust on my plans, a flame in the dark, turned every dead end into some kind of start. Yeah, you caught me falling apart in a bar full of lies and a jukebox of scars. You put back roads on my heart. You laugh to think on my busted arm, said that crooked compass ever do you harm. I said it points everywhere except where I'm meant to be. You took a napkin, drew a little star, right where this town is on the map so far. Said, boy, sometimes the place you're running from holds the key. Could you put back roads on my heart, dust on my plans, the flame in the dark turned every dead end into some kind of star. Yeah, you caught me falling apart in a bar full of lies and a jukebox of scars. You putting that roads on my heart. Next week Sunday, we were skipping church, tailgate pew on a riverbank perch, sun burning holes in that blue sky dome. You stole my ball cap, jumped in the stream, said love ain't love, it's a long haul dream. I said, if you're the journey, this fool's found home. You put back roads on my heart, dust on my plans, the flame in the dark turned every dead end into some kind of start. You took every broken part by the water and willows and your bare wet arms. You put back roads on my heart. We hit 30 states in a beat-up Ford, fast food cups in a dashboard, Lord, change in the ashtray, blankets in the back, your boots on the dash, bare feet on the glass, radio live like a miles roll past, talking about forever like a well-worn track. Every mile marker, every sunrise brand new, all those wide open spaces still felt smaller than you. Yeah, you put back roads on my heart, dust on my plans, a flame in the dark turned every day back roads on my heart. I ain't saying it's easy. We fight like thunder, love like rain, slamming doors on a Tuesday, slow dancing barefoot in the kitchen again. Oh yeah. You slam that pan on the stove, I swear I'm sleeping in my truck. But one soft sorry from your lips, I'm staying for good. Baby, that's our kind of luck. There was that night by your daddy's land. You said these fields are all I understand. Thought I'd see regret hiding in your eyes, but you pointed out where the oak tree grows. Said right there's where the good stuff shows. Roots dig deep when the storm clouds rise. You don't need some big city, you don't need some fancy plan. You just need one stubborn fool who won't let go of your hand. And you put back roads on my heart, dust on my plans, a flame in the dark turned every dead end into some kind of star. You took that runaway part, sat it down on your porch in the yard. You put back roads on my heart. Now there's baby shoes on the kitchen chair, your old flannel on the rocking chair, little fingerprints on every window pane. We're late on a payment, but right on time for swing set squeals and muddy blue eyes, making up stories. Met you by the ice chest, dirt road, late July. Truck bed full of half-warm beer, sun still in your eyes. You laughed at my old ball cap, said it'd see some miles. I said I'd drive you anywhere just to see that smile. We got a tailgate to the stars, two hearts in one old car, love in a mason jar shaking in the dark. We got grass on our jeans, sweet on your lips, gasoline. Who needs a map when I got your hand, baby? That's all I understand. Just you and me and this beat up heart, tailgate to the stars. Your books on my dashboard, bare feet by the fall. That creek below the cottonwoods heard every secret, every call. You taste my native red dust on its silver Chevy door. gasoline. Who needs a map when I got your hand, baby? That's all I understand. Just you and me and this beat up heart. Tailgate to the stars. We learned how to fight soft, turn thunder into rain. You cried in my blue workshop, mascara on the grain. Kitchen light at midnight, cold coffee, won't regret. I said, I ain't going anywhere. And said, you better not forget. We got a tailgate to the stars, 2 hearts in 1 old car. Love in a mason jar, shaking in the dark. We got grass on our jeans, sweet on your lips, gasoline. Who needs a map when I got your hand, baby? That's all I understand. Just you and me in this beat up heart. Tailgate to the stars. One day they'll sell that Chevy to some kid down the road. They'll crank up some new love song where our old stories roll. They'll never know our names, but they'll park where we once parked, where we promised forever under that big breathing dog. Yeah, forever. If the good Lord sips the porch light, calls one of us on home, promise me you'll keep my hat right there by the phone. And when that burn storm hits you and you're standing in the yard, look up where we used to look. I won't be very far. We got a tailgate to the stars, 2 hearts in 1 old car. World in a mason jar, shaking in the dark. We got grass on our jeans, sweet on your lips, gasoline. Who needs a map when I got your hand, baby? That's all I understand. Just you and me and this beat up heart. Tailgate to the stars. New stars. Feel diving, it's crazy. Tenderness. Tailgate to the stars. Tailgate to the stars. You were pouring cheap beer in a hole in the wall, Saturday tips in a crooked glass jar. I was 3 long days and from an overtime week, dust on my boots and my broken leaning heart. You laughed when I missed a stool by a mile, said Careful, cowboy, that's a hard way down. I was hooked in a heartbeat, hooked on that smile like you'd lit up the darkest bar in this town. Love hit me like a back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest on a ragged old seat. Windows down, your hair in the wind, every little mile pulling me in. If this is all I ever get to keep you in that sundress, bare feet on my seat, then darling, I don't need a thing but this back road heartbeat in your front seat kiss. Oh yeah. We threw our names with a pocket knife deep in that oak by the fishing hole bend. You said maybe this is just a summertime thing. I said, girl, I hope summer never ends. You stole my hat and you ran through the field, kicking up dust where the fireflies spin. I swear the sky leaned closer to hear every small secret you let me in. A back road heartbeat thumping in my chest on a ragged old seat. Windows down, your laugh in the dark, dashboard glowing like a falling star. If this is all I ever get to keep you in that sundress, bare feet on my seat, then darling, I don't need a thing but this back road heartbeat in your front seat kiss. Met your mama over pot roast and prayer. Your daddy stared holes clear through my shirt, asked what I wanted with his stubborn wild girl. I said everything, sir, for better or worse. You squeezed my knee under that old pine table. I saying thank you and don't you dare run. I'd have walked through every small town whisper just to be your foolish, faithful one. I've been broke, I've been burned, thought I was done taking turns, but your hand in mine made a long life feel like mine to learn. Love hit me like a back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest on a ragged old seat. Windows down, the radio low, two-lane faith in the way we go. If this is all I ever get to keep you humming along off key, off beat, then darling, I don't need a thing but this back road heartbeat in your front seat kiss. Hey! We've had late night fights in the kitchen light, bills stacked high on the countertop. Slammed a few doors, said things we regret, swore we were done, then we never quite stopped. Cause you come back wearing my old shirt, I still red but your pride laid down. You say I still choose you in the hurt, and that simple truth shakes this whole old town. There was rain in the forecast the day we got hitched, but the clouds held back till we said I do. Your grandpa cried, preacher's voice broke, I just kept staring at the light on you. We danced in mud when the sky gave in, your veil stuck wet to your laughing face. Every storm since then when the thunder begins, I remember that first wild holy rain. Love holds on like a back road heartbeat, steady through the bumps and the hard-packed heat. Windows fogged, your hand on the glass, tracing our names as the seasons pass. If this is all I ever get to keep you sleeping, smiling, our kids in the backseat, then darling, I don't need a thing but this back road heartbeat in your front seat kiss. Now this crayon's crushed in the floorboard dust, little boots kicked off by the door. You're humming soft in the hallway glow, rocking our youngest till her breathing slows. I catch your eyes above his little head, same wild girl from that smoky bar.